Hello guys, Julian from Atelier Stilori. Hopefully you're doing fine today. It's a nice weather outside. It's quite warm and it looks like the weather is improving, isn't it? Uh, I'm not going to keep you for long. It's just something that I thought about to share with you guys. Um, okay, so this is a Aurora Unica Nera. Okay, so I don't know what's so unique about it, but it's black anyway. So it's very Nera. Okay, this particular pen came to me last year with a leakage, which was situated somewhere here on the lower part, as you see this body now, on the lower part of the ink window, one side. And so, yeah, I replicated the damage. It was leaking indeed. So I repair it, I weld it, uh, and send it back to the client. Now, a couple of weeks after that, the client calls me and said, "Look, the pen just came loose in my hand, like breaking apart. So to actual this part here, the nib section and ink window were completely detached from the body. Okay, so this is a piston filler. Yeah. Okay, so you know my word is my honor. So I had to ask the client to send it back to the shop, and it took me about 2 weeks to realize what the hell was going on with this pen. So it looks like the that small, so very small crack in the ink window. It was not on the ink window as we can see it. It was right. This is like so. The okay. So the pen is like this is the body. This is the piston knob. This is the body, and this is the ink window. Now this is not the actual reservoir, if you like, of the pen. The ink window is actually part of a longer tube which goes up to here. So from here to here, and the ink window is part of that body. That body inside the inner tube is actually the, the place which holds the ink. Now, um, so when the client sent the pen to me, in my opinion, it was like only a bit was fractured. Yeah, so it was cracked just on a tiny bit of the diameter of the body. Now, obviously, I couldn't know that the rest the crack was extended because I welded at the time, and I it stayed on trials on my desk, and the ink hold. I had nothing to worry about it, so that is the reason why I sent it to the customer. Now, it is obvious that between me sending the pen to the customer and the pen breaking in his hand, or so he says, um, the crack became larger and encompassed the entire diameter of the body. Yeah, so it ran all the way through round, and it broke. Got it back, started to work on it, and it looks like this pen, although it's like it's quite a nice pen. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but it's quite a nice pen. Um, so it looks like when you extend the piston and it goes all the way up to here, it pushes. You can see the feed. It has an extension which can be seen in the ink window. Yeah, that black thing inside, that's a continuation of the feed towards the piston chamber. It doesn't reach the piston chamber, it actually stops here. Yeah, so what happens is that the seal, when you push the piston down, the seal goes, and when extended at the maximum length, it actually comes like a bell, if you like, and stops, rests on the on that thingy inside. Now, if you don't know this, or if you're not exactly very accustomed with a fountain pen, when you attempt to squeeze the piston knob extremely hard, yeah, it is obvious that the seal, the piston seal, will press on that part there, and it will, it will want to go ahead and push into the feed. Obviously, the feed is screwed in here, so it doesn't have a place to go. So it doesn't give way. What gives way is this part, this weld here, here. Now this is actually this is screwed in as well, and it's not welded, finally welded, I mean. But if it doesn't have a room to go, and it has a small crack here on the ink window, okay, what actually happens is that you push a piston and you actually break the pen, because you are going to push onwards. And if you do this for zillions of times, or applying enough pressure, you will be obviously left with two halves of the pen in your hand. This is what I believe happened to the customer. Now, the problem is that if you have a breakage of the pen here, it will break the tube inside, the inner tube, yeah, the actual reservoir of the pen. While you can weld this here, yeah, all around, you will not be able to weld the tube inside, to seal the cracks, because in this case the inner tube cannot be taken out, and this is a problem. So if you're breaking the inside tube, that's it. You have like a very beautiful pen which will not be able to write with, nobody. Okay, so but now anyway, the pen has been repaired, and it's completely functional at this moment. So it was welded, checked and double checked, and sealed again with some temporary glue. It's not cyanoacrylate, so it's not super glue. Don't use super glue. Super glue and fountain pen, they might work, but extremely rare and in certain conditions. So these conditions do not apply here. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you. So if you have one of these pens, just pay attention. If it starts to leak, don't force the piston and send it to a repair shop, because otherwise you'll be left with two halves of the pen. Okay, Take care now. Bye bye. Thank you.